Hello everyone, it's Gunther here. In this video and the videos that follow, I'm going to be talking to you about goal setting. Now it seems apt at this time of the year. It's the last week of 2022 and we're heading towards 2023. And this is a time at the end of the year, that is, when many people take stock of their situation and start thinking about what it is they want to achieve in the coming year. Now, it always seems a nice thing to do to plan a new year. It seems like a New Year's is a new start. But what I really want to make a point about is that you can plan at any time of the year. You don't need to wait to a new year. You don't need to wait to your birthday. You don't need to wait to the start of a new financial year. You can be setting goals at any time of the year. And in fact, this is important to note because you need to come back and revisit those goals. So it's not about setting and forgetting them at the start of the year and only looking at them 12 months later. So goal setting and goal management is an ongoing thing. So in this video, what I'm going to do is strip back some of the fundamentals and already get back to fundamentals or to the basics. And think about why goal setting is important. There's a brilliant quote from Alice in Wonderland where she's walking and she comes across the Cheshire Cat and she asks the cat, which way do I need to go? And the cat says, well, it depends where you want to get to. And she says, well, I don't really mind as long as I get to somewhere. And the cat says, well, then it doesn't matter which way you go. You'll get there as long as you walk long enough. Now, I think that tells a good story because if you don't know where you're going, how do you set goals to help you get there? So sometimes, you know, in our mind, we know where we want to get to. We have an idea. I'm aiming for this new job or this promotion within 6 months, or I'd like to up my income, or I'd like to buy a new car, buy a new house, all of these sorts of things. But sometimes the choices are a little bit more difficult than that, and we don't always know what those goals should be, and it's because we don't know what we want. So in this video, I'm going to share a really good tool. It's called the Values Card Sort, and as I said before, it really strips away everything and gets us back to basics, gets us back to fundamentals, and gives us a framework on which to start building some goals, setting some goals, and also making decisions. So for example, in the framework, you'll see a goal of or a value of adventure. Now, if you were weighing up a 9-to-5 desk job, that's probably not going to tick your value of adventure. Or if you choose the value of stability, being a digital nomad is probably not a good choice for you. So this is a tool that's very good in identifying your values. It looks very easy to use, but actually it becomes quite difficult because you have to really apply your thinking, and it starts off with around 80 or so values. And what you need to do is really whittle these down to 3, ideally no more than 3, tops kind of 5 values. So I'm going to show you this. I've built a tool to do it. If you want free access to the tool, just drop a note below, just drop a comment, and I'll get a link through to the tool for you. But here we go. Let's start looking at this tool in a little more detail. Right, so value cards. Let's get those up and running. Let's go full screen. Right, so there are instructions in the tool, but what I'm going to do essentially is talk you through these. Now, you can see on the left-hand side, we have our value cards, and these are things like, as you can see, acceptance, achievement, accuracy, adventure. Adventure was the one I used as an example of. Challenge. And as I scroll down, you can see there's a host of values. There's like really plenty. I'm not going to go through all of them in detail. So what you need to do as in this exercise is really to pick the top 3. And a good way to start doing this is, go through and look at each one and say, well, actually acceptance, somewhat important. Achievement, very important. All I'm doing is clicking and dragging them across. Attractiveness, not important. Of course, it's not important. Beauty, not important at all. Caring, very important. And as you go through, you're going to sort all of these into the 3 columns, either being very important, somewhat important, and not important. And what you'll need to do is you'll need to go through a few passes to get to the point where you only have 3 values, maybe 5. Try and for 3 in the very important column, and the rest are split between somewhat important and not important. So that's the tool, and once you're done, it's there for you to refer to You can come back at a later stage, because this will change over time. You know, our values when we were 21, 22 years old out of university were way different from what they are when we're setting up a home, for example, or, you know, when we are having children or starting a family. And it is worth re-evaluating these values as time goes on. And this is a great tool to do that. So, like I say, if you want access to this tool, it's a free tool that I've developed. Just drop a note below and I'll get a copy through to you. And you can get going and using it. If you have any questions, drop me a note. I'd love to hear from you. So good luck with your value card setting. And in the next video, I'm going to introduce another tool that you can start using to get to the next level of detail with your goal setting. See you again soon.